Welcome to our fourth day on the São Miguel island. Today we will start our journey in Caldeira Velha and its natural hot springs. The afternoon promises a unique experience, a boat trip from Ponta Delgada to observe dolphins in their natural habitat. As promised, we will then make a stop at a place we visited in the rain the day before yesterday, the charming coastal town of Vila Franca do Campo, before returning to Furnas and discover its picturesque lake and taste the famous cozido, a traditional dish cooked in volcanic fumaroles. Our day will continue with a visit to the Nossa Senhora da Paz Church and a walk in the beautiful Alameda garden. Finally, we will end our day with a night getaway to Nordeste. Get ready for a day filled with adventures, flavors, and breathtaking landscapes. São Miguel continues to reveal its treasures to us, and we are eager to share them with you. Our day begins with an immersion in the geothermal wonders of the island. Our first destination is Caldeira Velha, a natural gem nestled on the lush slopes of the Fogo volcano. As we approach the site, we are greeted by a sea of greenery. Caldeira Velha reveals itself to be a true thermal paradise with its hot springs and natural pools nestled in lush vegetation. The highlight is undoubtedly the magnificent waterfall cascading into a pool. Here, the temperature is rather cool compared to the baths that await us, but the scenery is fantastic. We are surrounded by an almost prehistoric flora in this humid environment. For those who prefer more intense heat, a smaller pool near the entrance offers water around 40 degrees. Although less visually spectacular, it promises a more pronounced thermal experience. After soaking up this unique atmosphere, blending relaxation and awe at the forces of nature, we continue our journey to Ribeira Grande. The waterfall that awaits us promises to be just as impressive. After taking a few photos, we ascend the staircase that offers a closer view of this natural spectacle. Step by step, we climb the stairs, the anticipation growing with each step. At the top, we are rewarded. The waterfall reveals itself in all its splendor. Its crystal clear waters plunging forcefully into a natural pool below. We take a moment to soak in this sight, camera in hand, seeking the best angle to capture the majesty of this waterfall. The play of light of the cascading water, the contrast between the dark rock and the white foam, the lush vegetation framing the scene. every detail deserves to be immortalized. After our visit to Ribeira Grande waterfall, we changed course for new adventures. Instead of heading inland, we take the coastal road towards Ponta Delgada, our hearts pounding with excitement at the thought of our next activity, a sea excursion to observe marine life. Upon arriving at the port of Ponta Delgada, we are greeted by our marine guide and his crew. After a briefing on safety and the species we might encounter, we board the boat, our anticipation at its peak. Our guide explains that the waters around the Azores harbor has a rich biodiversity, including several species of dolphins and even whales. The engine roars to life, and we move away from the coast, our eyes fixed on the blue horizon of the Atlantic. The sea air fills our lungs as we scan the water's surface, hoping to spot any sign of marine life. After a wait that feels like an eternity, the boat slows down and we rush to the indicated side to see a group of playful dolphins swimming and jumping near our vessel. It's a magnificent sight that fills us with joy and wonder. Although we secretly hope to see whales, but nature has other plans. Nevertheless, observing dolphins in their natural habitat is an unforgettable experience. Their grace and agility in the water captivate us throughout the excursion. As we return to the port, we are filled with gratitude for this privileged moment spent with these magnificent marine creatures. The excursion has given us a unique perspective on the ocean life surrounding the Azores, adding an extra dimension to our exploration of São Miguel. After our thrilling sea excursion, we head towards Vila Franca do Campo. Our goal is clear: to rediscover the islet of Vila Franca, which we had only glimpsed 2 days earlier, shrouded in thick fog. Arriving at the coast, we are immediately struck by the contrast. Where the fog had previously obscured our view, the sky is now clear, offering perfect visibility over the ocean. And there, about 1 kilometer from the shore, stands the majestic islet of Vila Franca in all its splendor. This circular volcanic formation, resembling an emerald ring, set on the blue ocean, finally reveals itself to us in all its details. We take the time to admire this unique natural spectacle, appreciating our good fortune to see it clearly this time. The islet, with its inner lagoon and steep cliffs, appears as a true natural gem, a testament to the volcanic origin of the Azores archipelago. This moment of contemplation allows us to appreciate the difference weather can make in our perception of landscapes. The islet of Vila Franca, previously mysterious and barely visible, now stands as an essential element of São Miguel's coastal scenery, adding a touch of magic to our journey. We return to the Church of Senhora da Paz, which we had glimpsed under a veil of rain. Erected in 1764, it majestically sits on a hill overlooking Vila Franca do Campo, offering us a fantastic panorama of the Atlantic Ocean and the coast of São Miguel. Our ascent to the sanctuary transforms into an enchanting pilgrimage. We climb a staircase adorned with traditional Portuguese azuleiros. Each step revealing finely painted scenes from the life of the Virgin Mary and biblical episodes. The legend of Senhora da Paz fascinates us with its mystery. It's said that a miraculous image of Mary, discovered by a shepherd in a cave, resisted all attempts to move it, stubbornly reappearing at its original location. Even the materials intended for the construction of a new sanctuary inexplicably returned to the original site. Thus, the Ermida was erected here in response to these events considered divine. Imbued with this mystical atmosphere, we then head towards Furnas, famous for its unique geothermal phenomena. As we venture further inland, the landscape gradually transforms. The sea air gives way to a slight sulfur smell, signaling the volcanic activity that characterizes this region. Our visit begins with observing the fumaroles and hot springs scattered throughout the urban landscape. The characteristic smell of sulfur permeates the air. We are immediately struck by the surreal spectacle before us. Fumaroles rise from the ground, creating an almost mystical atmosphere. We approach these openings in the earth from which steam and heat escape. The proximity to these phenomena allows us to directly feel the intensity of the underground volcanic activity. Our journey then leads us to the Furnas Lake, a volcanic lake surrounded by vegetation. On its shores, we observe the calderas, holes in the ground from which steam and bubbling water emerge. It's here, in this lunar-like landscape, that the famous cozido das Furnas is prepared. It's a unique process of cooking this traditional dish. Pots filled with meat, vegetables, and sausages are buried in the hot volcanic soil for several hours, using the natural heat of the earth for a slow and flavorful cooking. Although we do not witness the cooking itself, the anticipation of tasting this emblematic dish, prepared in such a unique way, sharpens our curiosity and appetite. And naturally, our next stop leads us to a local restaurant renowned for this iconic dish, Tony's, a place where reservations are highly recommended due to its constant popularity. We settle into a cozy dining room, eager to finally taste this specialty we have heard so much about. Soon, the waiter brings us the famous cozido, the very one that has been cooked for hours in the volcanic soil. After our culinary experience, we discover a peculiar house that piques everyone's curiosity. The property stands out due to its inverted position. it's not intended for habitation, but serves as a transformation station for the Azores electricity company.
I remember when I used to.
As is our habit, we quickly visit the town's church, dating back to the 18th century.
Shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living, won't manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best.
Furnas is also known for the Terra Nostra Gardens, created in the 18th century, offering a stroll among an impressive collection of exotic plants. The centerpiece is a thermal iron-rich pool with an ochre color, but that will be for tomorrow. For now, a little walk in the Alameda garden. We stroll along the well-maintained paths, observing the diversity of the flora. Flower beds alternate with carefully trimmed shrubs. The garden is situated along the Amarela River. At the center of the garden, we discover an elegant bandstand from the 19th century. Its delicate architecture evokes a time when open-air concerts were a centerpiece of social life in Furnas. Around the bandstand, benches invite people to pause and reflect. Our walk then leads us to a series of fountains and small pools. The flowing water reflects the omnipresence of this element in Furnas, but here it takes on a controlled and soothing form. As we finish our visit of the garden, we realize that this green space provides a perfect balance to the geothermal intensity of Furnas. The garden embodies the ability of this unique town to harmonize its exceptional natural features with a pleasant and serene living environment for its residents.
To cry when I'm older, I could have done this or that.
We arrive in Nordeste to spend the night before starting our final day on the island. See you tomorrow for new discovery.
I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living, won't manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been high, working hard just so I